All right, so this review for Unit 9 test, our last regular test of the uh, semester, school year is here, so let's do this. So let's find the surface area of the figure below. Now your formulas are on the back page. So at the top, you got surface area of prism, cylinder, pyramids, and cones. You got the laterals on the left. You got the totals on the right. And then over here, if you're not sure what these words mean, or what these letters stand for, it says off to the right, okay? Whenever you're finding big B, area of the base, look down here at your area, okay? There's either regular polygons, triangles, circles, or rectangles that we have been working with. And then we talked about, for surface area, there's a specific one for sphere. There's only total. Then we got volume formulas for cylinder, prism, cone, pyramid. Remember, capital B is the area of the base, so you can look down here for the area of the base. And then there's also volume of a sphere. So all these are on the back, so don't forget about those. I'll be writing them on here. But this is a rectangular prism, right? And if we're doing the surface area, that is total surface area of a prism, which is pH plus 2b. Now, we got to figure out P, H, and B. So P on the bottom here, these two sides match the top there, 6 and 6. You got 14 and you got 14, right? So 6 plus 14 plus 6 plus 14. So if you add up all those, you're going to get 40 for your P. All right, and then the height of the prism going straight up and down from the base is 22. Now this is where people mess up. Big B, area of the base. If it's 6 by 14, for a rectangle, you multiply 6 times 14, and you get 84. All right, and now we can plug all this in here. So P times H, so you got what? 40 times 22 plus 2 times 84. All right, you should get 1,048, and my units of measure are centimeters squared because it's area. Area is 2D, so it's two-dimensional, so it's squared. All right, number 2 is a sphere, right? Y'all know a ball shaped like this is a sphere. So the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. Now look, if the whole thing is 24, then halfway across, the radius is 12. So it's going to be 4 pi 12 squared. So 1809.56. And that is millimeters squared. And then volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So it's going to be 4/3 pi 12 cubed. Now remember, to get a cubed, you have to do caret 3 in the calculator. So 4 control divide 3 pi, go to the right, and then hit pi 12. Caret is next to x squared, 3. 4/3 pi 12 cubed is 7238.23. And that's millimeters cubed because volume is 3-dimensional. Cool. Number 3 We have what, a cylinder here? What is the volume of the cylinder in cubic yards? Well, remember, volume of a cylinder is BH, and the circle area, B is pi r squared. But what is the radius? From the center to the edge, the r has to be half of the whole way. So half of 8 is 4. So what is pi 4 squared? 50.27. And then the height, up and down, is 19. So it's just going to be 50.27 times 19. And we get 955.04 yards cubed, because volume is 3D, so it's the third power. All right, number 4. What is the volume of the pyramid? So it says it's a pyramid. It's a square pyramid. So volume of pyramids and cones are 1/3 BH. So the B of a square, the area of a square, is in this case 20 times 20. So B is 400. The height that they give us is 10.5. So we're going to do 1/3 times 400 times 10.5. 1, control, divide 3, go to the right. 400 times 10.5. 1,400. And that's in inches cubed, because we're talking about volume, which is 3D, third power. Number 5. This is a sideways triangular prism. So the base shape that's parallel to the other side is a triangle. Okay. If we're finding the volume of the triangular prism, it's just BH, but the triangle, big B, triangle area, it's the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle divided by 2. So the base of the triangle is 11. The height of the triangle is 5.4 divided by 2. 11 times 5.4 divided by 2 is 29.7 for my big B. So that's the area of the base. It's two-dimensional, so it's in millimeters squared. Now, the question is, what is the height? So the height of the whole prism is between the parallel bases, between the parallel triangles. So I know it's weird, but because it's sideways, the height is 16 because it's laying down sideways. So my volume, area of the base, is 29.7 times the height of 16. And we get 475.2 millimeters cubed, because volume is three-dimensional, so it's the power of 3. Cool. Number 6. It says Dak wants to paint the outside of a very large tuna can, but needs to know the total surface area first. What The can has a diameter of 16 kilometers and a width of 7.8 kilometers. What's the total surface area of a very large cylinder? So, TSA of a cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. The only thing I really need to know is r. So you tell me from the center to the edge, if the whole diameter is 16, isn't the radius 8? So 2 pi 8. And then what's the height? Straight up and down. The height is 7.8. So be careful. If your cylinder is sideways, then you're going to have to think sideways. 2 pi 8, 7.8 plus 2 pi 8 squared. 794.195 rounds to 794.2 kilometers squared, because we're talking about surface area, which is 2D. All right, so we got this Bass Pro Shop in Tennessee, Memphis. It's a pyramid. It's actually a square pyramid. Okay, it's 321 feet tall. So if you go straight up and down, it's 321. Okay, the slant height is 436. Okay, sorry about that. And then it says each side of the square base is 591. Okay, so we want to find the total lateral surface area of the pyramid, sorry. The LSA of a pyramid is PL over 2, or 1 half PL. We're not adding plus B because it's lateral LSA only, okay? So the perimeter of the bottom. So my P, if I add up 591 4 different times, so 591 times 4, 2364. By the way, these are real dimensions, so if you're ever in Memphis, Tennessee, check it out. The L slant height, it tells us over here is 436. So L is 436. So now we can just do the formula, right? So we got P 2,364 times L 436 divided by 2. This is literally going to be 515,352. And that is feet squared, because surface area is 2D, right? So this is literally the surface area you would paint on the side of that Bass Pro Shop that's in Memphis, Tennessee. Kind of crazy. Number 8. This is a huge cone. Okay, which value is close to the max volume? Volume of the cone is 1/3 BH. Remember, area of a circle, big B, is going to be pi r squared. The radius is 12, so pi 12 squared. 452.39 Now the height is what we don't know, right? We got 37, and then we have a missing height, right? The height is not 37. Not true, okay? So we're gonna do x squared plus 12 squared equals 37 squared to figure out that height. So we'll call it h. So over here, h squared plus 12 squared equals 37 squared. H squared plus 144 equals 1,369. Then we gotta subtract 144. And we get 1225. And then last step is to square root that number. We end up getting 35. So h is 35. So now we can do the volume formula. 1/3 big B 452.39 times the height, which we just figured out using Pythagorean, is 35. So we get 5,277.88. And that's in inches cubed because it's volume, which is 3D. All right. All right, number 9, we have a composite figure of a cylinder plus a cone, right? Cylinder and cone means cylinder plus a cone. So the volume of the composite figure, we're going to have to find 2 volumes, okay? So volume of the cylinder equals BH. Now over here, B of both have the same base. It's pi r squared. R is 10. So pi 10 squared. We get 314.16 for big B. And then now the height of the cylinder is sideways. The height of the cylinder is 14. So it'll be 314.16 times 14, 4398.23. Okay, now we need to do the volume of the cone, which is a 1/3 BH. So it's 1/3. The B, the same circle is there, so it's 314.16. But the cone height, this is the H of the cone, this one is 15. This is very important. They don't have the same height. They got different heights. All right, so 1/3, go to the right, 314.16 times 15, get 1570.8. So the volume that's composite, you're going to take this and this down here and add them up. 5969.03. And that's going to be in inches cubed because each of those were in inches cubed because they're all volume using inches. Cool. All right. Sure, real quick. All right, we got a cone here. We're doing lateral and total surface area. LSA of a cone is pi RL. Total surface area of a cone is pi RL plus pi R squared. Let's fit this in better here. Again, all these formulas are over here. We're using this one right here. All right, so it's on the back page. So do we know R? 7.2. Do we know L? 17. Pi 7.2 times 17 384.53. That's going to be in square meters. Square because it's two-dimensional. And then over here it's pi 7.2 times 17 plus pi 7.2 squared. $547.39. That's also going to be in square meters. That is your review. Your problems on your test are very similar to this review, so make sure you understand everything and you're able to use these formulas.